Okay. So, I am going to restart on my channel and just try not to delete anything and stuff and see where it goes. But I think I have an idea of where I want to take this channel. Sorry, I'm like there. I think it looks fine now. Since I am very much into the paranormal, I think I'm just gonna stick with that. I don't expect to get big doing that, but excuse me, I'm hoping maybe something will come out of it, seeing as this is one of the things that I like to do. But I think this one I'm going to read some paranormal experiences people have had. I might read like some very interesting like local ghost stories and stuff. Might focus on some of the places that I really want to go and explore as a paranormal YouTuber. I don't quite know yet. We'll have to see where that goes. But I'm at least gonna sit there and do this first and kind of go along as much as I can, considering I'm a working person and I'm having to do this at like 1 in the morning. So, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna go off, but there's a couple that I had. I will make another video when I get a couple more stories to read. I'm not really gonna use names, but just because that's what I feel is respectful to people. And then we shall see where this goes. So this is my first one, and as you can see, I got my little clippy here to sit there and help me out. And here we go. So we had lived in Cornerville at that White House over by the churches. Me and some of my friends were hanging out, chilling in one of the bedrooms, when my friend said, "I think someone's here." We all looked up and a shadow figure walked through the short hallway. For context, I know that behind the church is a strip of land where my family says was a slave graveyard. I might go see that. I like graveyards. This is from the friend, and it says, "We were all in the living room, excluding a child, because we had just laid him down. I was making something for dinner. As I walked back to make a joke with my friend, the air got really cold, and the sound was almost muted. I saw a figure walk from the child's room to my friend's, and shortly after that, the child began crying." Oh, and I will not debut where I'm at for safety reasons, because there's a bunch of crazies out here in the world, and I do have kiddos, so I'm not trying to debut that. I'm not trying to put anyone else that I know online, for multiple safety reasons, just because I don't want anyone getting hurt if someone were to find stuff. Anyway, that was the first story. It was kind of in pieces because it was told from 2 different point of views. And then I have a couple more to read. So we're gonna go into the second story that I got, and this is from a friend of mine that is not currently in the state that I am in. But I did get her permission to read it out loud, and she had a couple different things that happened to her. But this is the first one. And it said, I had a little girl ghost protecting me from the demon in my friend's house. She would put her hand in my pocket, or if I was getting scared, she would sit on my legs and completely calm me down. She only liked me. I had left my flannel over there one night, and my friend had someone come over, and she sat in my seat. As soon as she touched it, she was thrown from the chair. I also have a photo. You can see the outline of her standing behind me. I'll have to find it. I think I have that photo, but for her sake, I probably won't put it where people can see it. Like I said, that's just, I'm not trying to sit there and make these all too personal. This is another one, and it says, there was a haunted doll on a swing there too. My friend and I were cleaning up the house. She decided to cut her down off the swing. For 2 months straight, I had a ringing sound in my ear of a crying baby. I finally was like, F this, lol. I cut down the rest of the swing and tied it back up in a different place. The ringing finally stopped immediately after. I think haunted doll was pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having one as long as the spirit was, chill and docile. But then again, I would always sit there and tell spirits that they can do whatever they want to me, but no one else. Like, I can't live by myself, so I always have like someone with me. And then, I've got my family here, and I would always sit there and like tell spirits that they can do whatever to me, and in return they leave my family alone. Like, and if they don't, then I would do whatever it takes to get rid of them. Okay, this is another story of hers. It is a pretty long one. And then this one says, there was also 2 other ghosts. One sounded and looked to be an old cowboy. You could hear the spurs as he walked around. He never tried to harm me. He was just walking around and watching me. The second one, I believe, was a demon. I had got tricked into opening a demonic box, and I believe I let out whatever was in there. It would watch me, make noises, make a mess around the house. One time my friend's father was walking outside to the camper, and a pot was picked up and dropped, almost landing on his head. I would be sitting on the couch and be touched or scratched. If I was sitting at the table, it would throw stuff at me, like pennies, pens, anything it could pick up. One day I had stayed up all night and was left alone, and outlet busted, and I saw a flash of light, then a full body figure walking towards me disappeared right in front of me. If I was listening to music, I could hear something talking to me. I finally had to leave their house because it would leave me alone, and it followed me home and started messing with me again. I would never have dreams. I would have dreams of this black figure with orange eyes. It was really creepy. I can't even describe it. Later when I was tripping on shrooms with my friends and saw it across from his house 1 minute, then the next it was face to face with me, and I was frozen in fear. I felt like it was looking at my soul or trying to take it. I was frozen for 30 minutes, but it felt like hours had passed by. I've never been so scared in my life. Yeah, that's why I always try to be careful with things like that, because you never fucking know. But, I believe, I can hear things like that, but not necessarily see it. But I do know that I've been in an abandoned building before, and I could hear would sound like a little girl or something, and then like feel it. And it was like on my side, but like out of view. Like I said, I've never really seen them. It's always been a noise thing. So, but I'm gonna get some more stories, and then I'll make another video. I probably won't be too many stories in a video really, unless like I get comments saying that you want a longer video. I probably won't really disclose who says what or anything like that, nothing too personal, because I don't want people to be found out and hurt, you know, and then it'll be my fault and I feel bad. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get some more stories. Hopefully it won't be too long and I can make another video, maybe find